Howdy, howdy, howdy. This is the Tape Minister. It's a Thursday at 9 o'clock, and we're going to broadcast another story. The plan was for me to be live in the studio, but it's close to a hurricane outside, so I don't like the echo either. What? Oh, was it that bad? Okay. Hey there, this is the Tape Minister. It's another Thursday at 9 o'clock. We're broadcasting remotely from Future Vision Studios. There's some bad weather outside, so we tried to play it safe today. The story I'll be reading, my name is Buster, but the story I'll be reading is Roasting Ears. The Native Americans would roast their corn at a certain stage when it was lightly green, the silt on it was turning brown, and it's just before it started drying up for the other harvest for the feeding the cows and such as. There was a local group of farmers around the area we grew up in called Canoe, and they were called Mennonites. They were more family than religious because you didn't just join the church, you had to be of the family. So here the story goes. Roasting ears. The Mennonites bought a lot of wooded land and cleared it, and then they started farming it. They would plant all the way up to the asphalt in the roads. Corn and soybeans were their typical crops. In the spring, when the corn was at the right age for eating, my dad took advantage of the Mennonites planting all the way up to the asphalt in the roads. My dad would drop my younger brother and myself off with a few burlap sacks to fill with the roasting ears. We would fill up several sacks with the corn and pile the sacks near the road behind the first few rows of corn. When Dad pulled up with the truck, we would fill the back of the truck with these fresh sacks of corn. The corn we stole was mixed in with the corn we actually grew ourselves and then sold at the farmer's market or to a food store. The more I think of the things my dad had us do, the more I believe we were lucky not to have been career criminals. We were conditioned to be tolerant. Very little of what my dad did to make money was legal. The fact the money was never reported was enough to call it illegal. When I see a business that deals with cash and will not take debit or credit cards, I wonder how much money goes unreported. I typically find another place to do business with instead of supporting their possible tax evasion. Drug dealers and prostitutes don't report their income either. I don't support the drug dealers and prostitutes, neither. Life is what you make it. Living well is my revenge. Come, Holy Spirit. Come fill us and please heal our scars. Life is good. Buster. I'm going to continue reading on, guys, into the next story. It's a pretty tough one. It's called Target Practice. It was during the summer, and my dad was angry at me for something. I was able to get away from him before he started beating me. We had a 2-acre pasture that the millet had grown to about 8 feet tall. The millet should have been cut for hay, but we just let it keep growing. I ran off into this field of millet to hide from him. He hollered at my younger brother to get his .22 caliber rifle. They couldn't see me, but I could see them. I watched as my brother loaded the bullets into the rifle. I went deeper into the millet when my brother handed the rifle off to my dad. I was crouched very low to the ground. I could hear the bullets above my head buzzing through the grass. He fired off all of the bullets and sent my brother to find me. My brother was so close, but he didn't see me. He kept telling me that Dad wasn't going to beat me and that Dad wasn't mad anymore. I knew better. While my brother was walking back towards my dad, I sneaked out behind him and hid behind the shed. I watched my dad fire off another round of bullets into the millet. When he started reloading again, I jumped up from behind the barn and told them both, "Y'all are dumbasses. I ain't even out there," I screamed. I took off running to the house. The beating was severe, but calling my dad and my brother, I won't repeat it again, was worth it. Later we had moved up beside the highway. I cannot remember the reason, but my dad was mad at my younger brother. I saw him shoot at my brother. He took a shot with a snub-nosed .22 pistol. He intentionally missed my brother, but I think shooting between my brother's legs was cutting it close. Ed took to running and dove through a window out of the back of the house. He was 11. I found out later in life that what I saw were the mild things. I didn't know until my mid-20s why my mother slept with my sister. She slept with my sister to keep my dad from raping my sister. My sister never had any friends because of him. How did we as kids learn to live with this? We never know that we didn't have to be treated so poorly. Now, the events in your life groom you for your future. I don't think anyone should use their past or events in their life to excuse poor choices. However, a poor childhood doesn't tell you how to make good decisions. This will make it more likely for you to make bad decisions. Taking ownership and not justifying bad decisions is the only way to overcome them. I have made some poor decisions. The higher-ups have accepted my penance and no longer hold it against me. Forgiving myself has been the difficult part. One day my daughter will find out. How will she see me? Will this give her the idea that she can make it through bad decisions? My goal is to teach her how to be successful. I can only hope that teaching her the right way with a lot of love will be enough. The first step to having what you want is to want it. Without desire, nothing has value. I feel more empowered for success than ever before. If I can get this far with no help, how far can I go if I surround myself with the correct people? And I ask myself, why did I wait so long to see a counselor? Come, Holy Spirit, come fill us, come forgive us, come show us to forgive others. Life is good. This is Buster the Tape Minister. Y'all have a blessed day and take a little time to love somebody, especially yourself. Peace out. Guys, don't forget to subscribe. I need subscribers on our YouTube channel, The Tape Minister. And I look forward for you guys being there with me each week. Talk to you later.